The procure-to-pay process in NetSuite is marked by 4 key transactions. Understanding the procure-to-pay process and the transactions that are involved ensures that your company can adequately handle the entire purchasing process. Let's talk about the procure-to-pay transactions in NetSuite. We'll start with some of the related NetSuite features, and then we'll walk through the procure-to-pay workflow, focusing on each transaction involved in the process. First, there are some key features that you should enable for your account. Features like AP, purchase orders, and purchase requests are pretty obvious necessities. A less intuitive feature, however, is advanced receiving. Without advanced receiving, NetSuite will create a vendor bill record as soon as an item has been marked as received. With advanced receiving, however, NetSuite allows companies to receive the items in an order before they enter the bill for that order. The workflow we're going to look at assumes that advanced receiving has been enabled. Now, let's walk through each of the procure-to-pay transactions. The first transaction record in this process is the purchase request. Employees create purchase requests so they can get their purchases approved by their supervisors before creating a purchase order. Purchase requests are a purely internal transaction, so they have no GL impact. But the purchase request does have all the information, such as the vendor, the items, and the expected cost, that will eventually populate future transactions. Once the purchase request has been approved, it converts to a purchase order. A purchase order is simply the form that your company sends to your vendor requesting specific items. As with purchase requests, purchase orders have no GL impact. At this point in the process, no money has actually changed hands yet. The next steps in the process are all in your vendor's hands. Your vendor receives your purchase order, gathers the items you ordered, and ships them to you. When the items you ordered arrive in your warehouse, an item receipt record confirms in NetSuite that the items have indeed been received. To create an item receipt, you would go to the original purchase order for the item and confirm that the item has been received, which will cause NetSuite to generate the item receipt record. You could also go to the list of orders pending receipt by navigating to Transactions, Purchases, Receive Orders. The vendor may fulfill your order in multiple stages. When that happens, you would need to mark the order as partially received. To do this, simply check the Receive box next to the specific items on the order that have been received and save the record. The original purchase order will have the status of partially received, and you will be able to easily see which items are still pending receipt. Once you have received either all or part of an order, and once your vendor has sent you their bill, you are ready to create a vendor bill record in NetSuite. To do this, go to the original purchase order, which will have the status pending billing, and select the bill button. NetSuite will then generate a vendor bill record. When the vendor bill is initially created, it has the status of open. An open vendor bill will appear in your accounts payable, informing your AP clerks that the bill needs to be paid. Occasionally, the bill that your vendor sends you may not match the item receipt. If the price on the vendor bill changes after the items have been received, then the variance would need to be posted to a variance account. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by hitting the like button. And to learn more about how SuiteRep can help you with all of your NetSuite needs, visit us at SuiteRep.com.